There's a Spanish word, querencia, which describes a place where one feels safe, a place where one's strength of character is drawn, a place where one feels at home. It comes from the verb querer, which means to desire, to want. And my querencia is Watersmeet, a simple but cozy house with channel rustic siding which sits where two streams converge between Blowing Rock and Boone. The name was suggested at first by a friend from Tasmania, after a small village that he knows. Later, another visitor from Ireland stood in the water and sang an Irish song called The Meeting of the Waters. From the southeast flows the mid-fork of the New River. From the northwest, the smaller stream, Payne Branch. Tall willows line the riverbank. I remember well when they were just sticks, planted there 50 years ago by my daddy, Maury Gaston. "I don't see how those will ever be trees," said my mother. "But your daddy usually knows what he's doing." Over the years, the water has changed things, digging a little deeper here, reforming a bank there, moving, always moving on, like the lives of all of us who live and work and play here. The New is one of the few rivers which flows to the north and is said to be one of the oldest rivers in the world. Several springs ago, we found the remains of an old rowboat, just the bow showing. But the waters rose again in the fall of '04, and in the early winter, it had disappeared. We didn't see a trace. We planted some rocks on the creek bank in '05. The jewelweed, ferns, and orange daylilies now come up between them, making them feel a part of the place. The season I feel most delighted and at ease here is summer, because I love open windows and porches and the sound of the water. Even the water in the tap here is refreshing as it runs cool from the well. The back porch, which was once the place for my grandmother's rusty glider, now has storage benches and a place for garbage cans and recycling. The front porch has a swing, 2 red rocking chairs, and a new little gate so the dog can stay there unattended to watch the ducks. It's quiet there, except for the sound of rippling water. The willow's limbs hang low, providing sheer green curtains with their leafy branches. The leaves always move a little in the breeze and glisten in summer rain. Ben, our neighbor, who does magic with engineering projects, built a beautiful little footbridge, which we all enjoyed. We celebrated its completion with a bridge party, champagne and all. It was so sad when the river carried the whole bridge downriver after a big snow in December 2010. But Ben is never to be outdone. He made a different design with a cable on top. Just now the footings are dug and all the materials have been gathered, reclaimed from a dismantled deck. The first bridge, built of recycled materials, cost $16. Overall, after several years of healing, the banks have flowers again, black-eyed Susans, Shasta daisies, hostas and coneflowers, and butterflies and birds abound. The summer of 2013 brought rain and more rain. Flood warnings were a daily communication from the TV and raised weather. I decided to stick it out that time, but one afternoon when the water was roaring, I called my friends across town asking for room in the inn. What a comfort to sleep away from the dark and menacing water. Places all over town were flooded. The water did come up under the porches. It washed away the second bridge, the woodpile, and perhaps even some junk from under the porch. But I was safe, and the house stood firm. This is Watersmeet, a refreshing retreat, a gathering place, and a blueprint of memory. It is my Querencia.